well, it's no surprise with this guy. He has 666 on his profile on YouTube.
So let me get this straight. These little young rapper, Ludy Uzi Vert or Luda Uzi, whatever his name is, implanted a $24 million diamond, pink diamond, on his forehead. This nigga ain't got his father. He ain't got no guidance. What kind of man? Now, people gonna say, oh, you can't tell people what to do with their money. Yeah, that's true. But you put something out there on social media, that don't mean we can't have an opinion on it.
Study on pre-trib rapture. Verse 5. For our gospel came not unto you in word only, but also in power and in the Holy Ghost and in much assurance. It's an old hymn that says, blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. We have a blessed assurance. We have a blessed hope, knowing that our salvation begins with Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection, and we meet Jesus Christ for the first time. That's our blessed assurance. We have that assurance. People in the time of Jacob's trouble don't have that assurance. They are facing God's wrath on almost a daily basis. You know? It's incredible that anybody could go post-trib and stay there and not ever hear the arguments for pre-trib again. Gives me some real questions about that person. But let's go down to verse 9. 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 9. It says here, for they themselves show of us what manner of entering in we had unto you, and how ye turned to God from idols to serve the living and true God. Turned to God from idols? Can you do that today? Oh, sure. There's some very, very wicked people out there that have gotten saved. Satan worshipers, witches, all kinds of things like that. They turn from idols. What about the time of Jacob's trouble? Keep your hand there in 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 and go over to Revelation chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13, beginning in verse 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. This is talking about the false prophet that comes after the beast. Saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. They made an image to the beast? And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Could you call that image an idol? Oh, yes. Definitely. I mean, it's kind of interesting because I've seen a lot of drawings and things like this. People have surmised over the years what this image is going to be, and they'll kind of make a statue of this guy that's going to be the Antichrist, and people have to worship the statue. And that could be. But how do you give life to a statue? Kind of weird. What would John think if he saw television? Large screen TVs. That's an image. And he wouldn't say, oh, he electrified it and now we can see it, a satellite link up. He'd say he gave life to that image. Yeah, could be television. But I also saw that they're now doing this thing in Las Vegas where they actually have a hologram show up, 3D hologram. And you can have these guys like, I think it was Dean Martin or something, they had him singing at some Las Vegas event. It looks like him standing there singing. It's a 3D image that's projected. Is that what they're going to do? I don't know. But the point is, there's going to be worship of an image. Very interesting. Turn to Revelation chapter 14. You say, what happens if you worship that image? Revelation 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture